What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Mad Caddies. So we're back with some more ska punk, I assume, though again, they have had a notable amount of variety, whether it's a dub style, even a style that mixes ska with maybe a UK hip-hop sound. So again, I've only been going through 2 of their albums, and admittedly, they are notably far apart. We're going to go back to the 2003 album, Just One More, but I have also gone through maybe 4 or 5 tunes from their cover album, Punk Rocksteady, which came out 2018. Obviously, you know, a 15-year gap, there's going to be likely a difference in sound, or at least, you know, in membership of the band and so on. But ultimately, I've enjoyed their variety, whether we're talking the '03 release or the 2018 cover album. Again, we're going to go back to Just One More, and we're actually up to the title track, Just One More. So again, you know, given the cover as well as the art on the back, you know, a couple shot glasses, as well as Drinking for 11. It feels like, you know, the culture of friendly camaraderie and drinking and sort of, you know, a nightlife where you're listening to the music you want and hanging out with the people you want and so on. It feels like that's a running theme, at least through some of the songs, but ultimately I imagine Just One More might not relate to just wanting one more drink before the end of the night, but it might be about, you know, another night of that, another year of that, another you know, a lifetime of that. So the idea of extending the Just One More mentality beyond alcohol itself to a sort of approach to, you know, whether it's in one sense remaining youthful and always being down to party and sort of have fun and just listen to good music and not getting, you know, sort of stuffy and, you know, not, oh, I don't want the music to be loud or I can't stay out late or whatever. So maybe it's about maintaining that attitude and that ethos even as they age. Now again, this is '03, so you know, one would wonder how they feel about that concept in 2018, although again, that's just my speculative take on what the title may mean. But let's listen to it. This is Mad Caddies, Just One More, from their 2003 album of the same name. Reminded me of the Vandals' Mohawk Town right away.
The fine life is a beautiful thing. The caviar and the diamond rings, it goes all night. I see the writing on the wall. The bright lights of the big soiree. The satin glows and the tango sways, it goes all night. I see the writing on the wall. As for me, I like a dog smoking bar, a shot of whiskey and a cheap cigar. It goes all night. I see the writing on the wall. Another quarter and the jukebox cries. Another sound as the record sighs. It goes all night. I see the writing on the wall. No necesito la vida rica.
The guitar, or the horn, felt Spanish at the beginning, and now we actually have Spanish.
'Cause in the end we all go the same place, yeah. And I'll be happy with what I
I like some good Spanish style brass.
cha-cha-cha. When the band is playing wah-wah-wah, it goes all night.
Is that a muted trombone?
Riding on the wall. Another drink and we'll all be fine. A little music and we start to shine. It goes all night. I see the writing on the wall. No necesito la
love it. It was a tune that I enjoyed it at the beginning. As I said, it was reminding me of an early Vandals tune called Mohawk Town. Because that one starts with an acoustic guitar and a dusty sort of town type of feel, but then quickly that Spanish style horn came in, and that gave it a slightly different flavor. And it was a tune that, as it went on, I was liking it more and more. So yeah, it seems like on some level it was kind of what I was thinking. The idea about listening to music you want, and drinking with friends, and not letting yourself sort of slip into an older way of being, and just being content to live life in the moment, and to, carpe diem until the day you die, and being happy with that when it comes, because you lived the way you wanted to. So it felt like a little bit of that. Admittedly, the idea of just one more, I suppose, like baked into that, there's a little bit of not being able to let go, or not being able to sort of embrace moderation. But I don't feel like it was really running in that too far. I felt like it was more the idea of, I'm going to make time of my life with friends I enjoy, with music I like, with alcohol that makes me feel good. And I'm going to do that in the way that I want until it's my time to go. And indeed, I think one of the lines was, that we're all going to go to the same place in the end. But yeah, the lines in Spanish, I'm curious. When they first came in, I was just surprised to hear Spanish, so I wasn't really focusing on it. The second time around, I definitely heard one of the lines that sounded like, I need the rich life, which again, it started by talking about caviar and I think, champagne, or it was like diamond rings, that's what it was. It was like caviar and diamond rings, which are obviously some of the things that are held up as indicative of, extreme opulence, affluence to the point of excess. So that I wonder whether there is another layer there that I'm not fully picking up on, and I don't know if the wanting the rich life, wanting to enjoy the fine things, is part of that carpe diem mentality, or maybe there's an irony to it that we're not all about caviar and diamond rings, but give me one more shot, give me some good music, and I'm actually good to go. So I do feel like there's an extra layer there that I'm not entirely sure how to place. But yeah, a really cool tune. I enjoyed, especially the way it ended sonically. It really kind of brought everything together, and even double timed the snare. So yeah, I enjoyed it musically. Lyrically, what I did pick up, again, I think it's on some level related to what I was maybe thinking in advance, even if there are some other aspects. So another top tune, and it makes sense to use that as the title track of an album, which seems, at least in a few other songs, to be about similar concepts, and music and drinking with friends and staying out all night and so on. So yeah, I feel like it was a well-chosen title track. We'll see if Luca can avoid biting me as I move her. But yeah, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.